I just got my brand new table runner from Rewind Print Studio, and I'm so excited to take a look at it. I get a lot of my table display stuff printed with this company because I love the quality and the prices are good and the attention to detail is really nice. From an aesthetic perspective, also their printing, their marketing materials and branding and stuff is very nice. And yeah, so if you're looking for printed materials for table decor, so like a table runner or signage or foam core boards or anything like that, I would heavily recommend them. Social media stuff. So yeah, go check them out. And let's look at this table runner. So print quality looks really nice. It's never gonna have super crisp and fine lines when you're printing on fabric because of the nature of fabric printing. So honestly, this looks really good for fabric. There's a lot of details and it looks nice. The blacks look really rich, which is super nice. I will say that it feels a little stiff, but I wonder if that's because of all the black ink. It's printed on white fabric. I do think it looks like really nice. I love the colors. This time I designed a double-sided table runner, kind of. So like, just in case I wanted to use this branding, I guess. I have that option. I've always been really proud of this logo design, so I might go back to it sometime. And I just wanted to like cover my bases just in case. So I decided to get a double-sided one. Okay, so I got my new display boards and they look awesome. So this is the one I'm going to be using for stickers from now on. Here's the one I'm going to be using for buttons, and I'm trying a new thing where I'm like putting numbers on the different designs so that it's easier to reach for specific things. And I'm doing it with the keychains as well. I have a new method for things, kind of. And then I have another keychain board, but it looks the same. And these are also from Rewind Printing, and honestly the colors turned out really cool. They look great. They look just like my files did. And the quality is like really nice. It feels a lot nicer than my ones that I got at Staples, so I'm really happy with that because they were also a little more expensive. But on the other hand, I also did like custom sizing for these, so I understand why they cost more, but I'm really happy with the quality of them. I'm excited to use them. Also picked up some more command hook things that I'm gonna put on the keychain boards to like hold the keychains on the display. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach all of these tonight, and yeah. So basically what I'm doing with these is just putting one of the sticky things onto the hook like this. I like having the long side going down because that kind of makes it easier for attaching them to the charm board, because then like the keychain part hides this anyway and it's not like flopping around on the side or whatever. But yeah, so I'm kind of just doing this, and then I will put them on the board itself. So putting it on the board, I put the wall side on the board because I guess that's kind of like a wall. And then I just I try to like center it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but yeah. And then just press it down and let it sit, and yeah. And yeah, you got a keychain hanger right there. I have these two sticker boards, and I'm switching them over to my new sticker board. It's Monday, the week of a con, and I got these boards quite literally a month ago, and I'm just now putting it all together. But yeah, so that's my project for tonight, I guess. I'm rearranging everything. That's kind of fun, I think. I don't know. So I've spent the last few hours trying to organize my keychain collection. Oh my god, it's taking so much work. So my new charm boards have these like letter number combos on them so that it'll be easier for people to help me who don't know all of the fandoms and stuff that I do. So B4 and then B4. So I'm trying to like organize everything in that way so it's easy to access. But man, it is taking a lot of work. I think it'll work out well, but I just have to do it, which is taking time. Yeah. Also, I ended up gluing the keychains onto the hooks, basically. And I'm really happy because now people can't just take them off, which I had a big problem with before. People would just come by, look at it, flip it over, and then they would just come off because they weren't treating them delicately. So I'm so glad I'm going to get rid of that problem with this new method. Excited about that. I also got new prints from Cat Print. I'm excited to break them open. I'm not going to unbox them like on camera because Cat Print boxes are very messy because they're full of packing peanuts, but I will show them off in a second. I only had to restock a few of these big prints, like Resident Evil ones, the Stranger Things one, and the Scream one. But I got some new Chainsaw Man prints in. I'm really excited about these. I think they look cool. Yeah, I'm excited about them. I also ordered these as keychain designs, but those won't be coming in for a while, so I ordered prints in the meantime to tide me over.
You still had to wait like a little bit of water. So I had to wait like that for 5 minutes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. So it's $10.
One pocket. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. So it's gonna be $10.90 after tax.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my god! Crowley. Aziraphale. I might get Crowley.
Hi.
Can I get the Heather Silent Hill print?
Yeah, sure.
Can I get it with the red portal?
Of course, yeah.
And then the Silent Hill nurse.
Okay.
And then also a pyramid head, please.
Okay, sure.
I'm so excited! I finally found like core game
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Did you ever make like a Maria?
I actually do have I actually do have a Maria keychain on my online store, so if you want to take my card.
Yes, I want one so bad.
Oh yeah. Since it's kind of niche, I don't usually bring all my Silent Hill stuff to cons, but I do have one online. Yeah.
I'm sure she doesn't sell as much as like the other.
Yeah, right.
I get it.
Okay, so that's gonna be $45 altogether, and after tax, it's gonna be $49.50 or $05. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. Alright, there's your card back.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're good. Alright, and there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a blessed day.
You too. This is my second year at Comic-Con. My first one was in February 2020, and I did like the event, but it was a super weird time in the world and I honestly don't remember too much about the event itself. I do know that I had a good time though, because I thought it would be a good idea to return. Anyway, this year went really great for me. Sales were awesome and attendees were definitely ready and willing to buy. The con announced that they had 11,000 attendees this past year, so it was a pretty solid mid-sized con. There was a very good vendor to attendee ratio, which I think is probably one of the most important factors in having a successful event for sales. Also, the table only cost $150 and included 2 badges, which I think is an extremely good price for the size and quality of the event. The venue itself was really nice, and it was kept super clean all weekend, so shout out to the custodial staff for being so hardworking. The venue staff was also super nice and helpful, especially when me and my mom were wandering around lost and not sure how to get into the vendor room. The worst thing about the venue was that the parking was pretty expensive and it was kind of inconveniently located, but there were multiple events going on in the city on the same weekend, so I think that parking was priced higher because of that. Getting around Birmingham was also kind of a nightmare because a lot of streets were closed for the events and there was a lot of traffic everywhere. I would someday like to visit the town when there isn't a million things going on though. Finally, I wanted to talk a little bit about the con organization itself. The vendor room head was super helpful and responsive throughout the months leading up to the event and continued to be while at the show. The head had their own space where the vendors could come up and talk at any time, which was really useful. The volunteers would come by the booths and ask everybody if they needed anything or if they needed someone to watch the table while they got food or used the bathroom. I was alone at my booth when I vended in 2020, and I remember this being extremely helpful for me back then, so I'm really glad to see that they're still doing it a few years later. This con has awesome organization, and they really make sure that their vendors feel appreciated and important, which is a really nice feeling. Also, the vendor head gave out tax forms to fill out, which made things super easy. Figuring out taxes is always the most complicated part of conventions, so when vendor heads are able to help out, I always really appreciate that. Overall, I really enjoy this con, and I highly recommend it, especially if you're located in the southern United States. It is well organized, well attended, and is overall a solid con as is, with the potential to grow even more. I really hope to return next year because I had a great time this year. Thank you so much for watching my video about the Comic-Con Artist Alley. If you enjoyed this vid, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for more Artist Alley and studio vlogs from me, a full-time artist who loves creepy cute things, horror, and video games. See you next time!